It was a beautiful summer's night. The rain showers had passed and the moon was smiling down. For one creature in particular, it was a good chance to get out and go for a walk around the remote lake that he's called home.
Whoa! What is that?
I have no idea.
He wasn't expecting to run into two fun-seeking children named Zach and Maddie, who wandered away from their camp looking for a little adventure. The kids wanted a closer look, but as they crept forward, dried twigs and branches on the forest floor gave them away.
Hurry up! He's getting away!
The chase was on, but it didn't last very long because the mysterious creature jumped over a log and disappeared into the woods.
Oh, it sure was fast.
Yeah, but what was it?
Zach's and Maddie's legs were exhausted, but their imaginations were still racing.
Mom and Dad are probably worried.
They started to make their way back to camp, but they were about to find out once again that they weren't alone in the woods.
Ah!
A wild boar lunged from the bushes. Zach and Maddie scrambled up a tree for safety. The boar scratched and snarled, knowing they would have to come down eventually. Maddie's branch snapped off, sending her into the thick, matted grass below.
Help! Get away from me!
Maddie could feel the beast's warm, stinky breath, but there was nowhere to run. The boar growled loudly and moved toward her.
Are you guys okay?
We're kind of lost.
I hurt my ankle.
Just then, help arrived in an unlikely form. He had heard the kids' cries for help. The boar ran back into the woods.
What's your name?
My name is Lochfoot.
I'm Zach.
I'm Maddie.
The creature scooped Maddie up as Zach climbed onto his back. The weather was getting cold and rainy, so he figured it was best to get them someplace warm.
You can warm up down here.
Lochfoot set the kids down and yanked on a slimy vine. A moss-covered rock opened up to reveal a secret underground hideaway.
You can't tell anyone about me.
But why? You're so nice.
He had brought them to his home. Lochfoot made a fire and explained that he lived in a secret hideout because people were always hunting for his family. Suddenly, something big and hairy came through the door and was very upset.
Dad, you're home?
Your dad is Bigfoot?
Why would you bring people here?
But I was just trying to help.
When their last hideout had been discovered, the family had barely escaped.
Now they know about us. We'll have to move in with your uncle.
Bigfoot pointed to a wall of photos. It was then that the kids figured out who his mom was and why he looked the way he did.
But we won't tell anyone about you.
We promise.
Yeah.
The kids felt bad about getting Lochfoot in trouble. They could tell it was time to leave. Lochfoot offered to help them get back to camp.
Hang on tight.
Usually Lochfoot only went out at night because he was afraid to be seen. But he was worried about the children and wanted to make sure they got back safely.
This is awesome!
I feel like I'm flying.
He knew he had to move quickly, so he ran as fast as he could through the forest. Even though it was still dark, he could see perfectly because his firefly friends helped light the way. He zigged and zagged, leapt into the lake,
Woohoo!
where he could move undetected, then popped back out onto dry land.
I can hear your parents calling for you.
You can?
Uh-oh.
Lochfoot had brought them back to camp, and now it was time to say goodbye.
You can take it from here.
Sorry if we got you in trouble with your parents. Can you hang out again tomorrow night?
Kids, where have you been?
Suddenly, their parents called out, and Lochfoot made a quick exit back into the lake.
You had us worried.
We were just exploring.
There's no telling what kind of awful creatures might be hiding in those woods.
Zach and Maddie's parents had been worried sick, but the kids were safely back at camp and all was well. All would be well for Lochfoot's family too, because his secret was safe with his new friends.
Yeah.
No telling.
Yes, there's just no telling what kind of wonderful creatures might be hiding in those woods.